Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous Horizons. Yes folks, Elite Dangerous Horizons. All you PC and console players who have not yet had the option of getting to Odyssey must be pretty fed up by now of all the updates that have been coming out that have not been applicable to Elite Dangerous Horizons. However, there was a mail that was released by Frontier's community manager, Sally Morgan Moore, on the 9th of December that detailed the updates from Update 9 that were going to be applicable to Elite Dangerous Horizons. So I thought I would do the same for you guys and girls as I did for the Odyssey players and go through some of the updates that were applicable to Elite Dangerous Horizons from the current update patch that hit on the 9th of December. So, without further more to do, let's dive into what's been fixed, what's been added, and what's going on. There are some problems as well, though. So, without further more to do, let's get into what's actually applicable to all the console commanders and those commanders on PC who might not have the spec to run Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Because let's face it, that's a hell of a spec you need. Okay, so the first thing that is an update of note they mention is the multi-limpet controller modules. Now, multi-limpet controllers are now available from outfitting, if you can get outfitting to work. Now, upon release of Update 9, that came out to Odyssey and Elite Dangerous Horizons, there were problems with outfitting. You couldn't get into outfitting, or if you could get into outfitting, there was nothing there. Loads of problems, but they're going to be addressing this as well. So, the multi-limpet controller can program a limpet to perform one of a given set of tasks, and will be available in multiple types, which will dictate which functions are able to program. Great. Now let's face it, if you've got a big enough ship, you want the size 7. The universal multi-limpet controller module that will do everything, and then do the ironing for you, if only. The Xeno multi-limpet controller as well is size 3, Rescue limpet is size 3, Operations multi-limpet is size 3, and Mining multi-limpet controller is size 3 as well. So check out for the channel, I will be doing a video on all the limpet controller modules. I'll get a suitably big enough ship and I will test them all out. So more news on that as it breaks. A fix has been implemented for pre-engineered modules from community goals not being marked informatively as such. So, what's all this about? Pre-engineered modules will now have their description display the fact that they are pre-engineered, as well as have it display the outfitting screen. Okay, brilliant. Alright, and so we're actually getting a little bit of active text in there. That's going to be great. Also trying to apply modifications to pre-engineered modules, which specifically cannot be modified further, and apparently these are very niche circumstances, will now be disallowed with messaging stating why. Okay, so information really there around about these pre-engineered community management modules like your FSDs and all the rest of it. Okay, great, good stuff. So stability. Now this has got to be tongue-in-cheek stability, right? We are actively continuing to help with tracking down as many continuing stability issues as possible. Well, upon release, there were loads of problems. The game is virtually unplayable, especially when you go and try and bring one of your ships in a station to you to manage your ships. That's just not working. Anyway, I've had loads of crashes over the past couple of streams, and it's been quite frustrating. They've said a crash could occur when selecting telepresence crew members to deploy. I haven't seen that one, to be honest. Once you've joined a ship via telepresence, attempting to select an onboard fighter from the bottom screen will cause the game to immediately crash. Alright, great, brilliant. So hope you fix it. General fixes. Fixes implemented for the nasty issue where megaship cargo and escape pod canisters could become stuck inside ships. Have not seen that either. But apparently, after hatch breaking a cargo bay or escape hatch, some or all of the cargo escape pods stay inside the ship and you can't get at them. I've seen this actually in a station when you're trying to pick up some of those materials that are floating around when you've gone through a rescue mission. And I had it on a weekend where I did my stream. And the limpets were just timing out, bombing out, crashing, whatever they were doing, because they couldn't get to certain items that were hidden below the mesh of the textures. Anyway, core mining fragments should no longer become trapped inside asteroids. Great. Handing in multiple bounty vouchers at terminals in quick succession could cause the text string containing the credit number to cascade. Great. Fix implemented for being able to switch tabs on comms panels when looking with headlock. Okay. And there's missing translations have been added. So they close out to say there's a big list. And if the item hasn't been mentioned on these patch notes, then it's being addressed or probably has been addressed. They are going to pull a few points aside. Starting frame shift makes the game freeze or lock, unable to access session logs, disconnect suspended in supercruise, empty facility lists for stations in the system map, continued experiences of stability issues on consoles, particularly the PS5, but also on Xbox. Now, PlayStation commanders have long had a problem with the build of this game, and inconsistency with codex entries. Now, as you may have noticed, when Update 9 actually hit, very shortly after, there was a list of fixes that were sent into Frontier, and they've got a list of immediate fixes as well that they have to address. So expect a 9.1 patch, certainly before Christmas, else no one's going to be playing the game. Anyway, Elite Dangerous Horizons and console players, I hope you found this video of what's been included in the latest update informative. I hope you have. Let me know in the comments what other problems you're having. That would be quite interesting as well. Don't forget, we live stream on the weekends as well, but look out for more videos in the Elite Dangerous and Elite Dangerous Odyssey series. Thanks for watching.